Hi everyone. In this video I'm going to explain to you how I add color to these tree stump statues made out of solid concrete. So as you can see, part of this here, I've already started. These are base coated in black. I allowed to completely dry. And if you're unfamiliar with base coating and you're into painting, it's very important that you understand the application process and how to mix. And you want to make sure that it's completely dry before applying your contrasting color, which in this case is white paint mixed with a little bit of that base color. It's actually a really light gray, but it looks white in the video, but this is where I want it to be. So if you're unfamiliar with base coating and contrasting, I highly recommend that you watch the videos on how to do that. So the base coat, of course, was completely dry. I contrasted it with dry brushing this lighter color over it all the way around, and then I allowed that to completely dry. So now I have in front of me three different colors, like a straight brown, or like an acorn brown, and like a tan color. And because these paints, it's Behr paint that I'm using for these, they're a thicker paint. And so what I do is I add a little bit of water to my brush, and it really doesn't matter which color you go with, just it's all in the effect and how you apply it, and you can always go over it. So I apply some of the paint. In this case, I just added a little bit of the tan color with the acorn brown. Apply it to my brush, and I literally wiped it on my pant leg, just get the excess off, and I just lightly brush over. I hold the brush flush up against the piece, and I just rub it over. Very easy. Gives you an idea. I try to keep these videos very simple. So I'm not going to paint all of the pieces that I have in front of me right now, but just enough to give you an idea. So hopefully you can see this in video. What I do is I just add it until it's the desired effect, until this is where I want it right now. So now I'm going to go over it with the straight brown color. I add it to my brush. Just going to change the tone a bit. Brush it on my pant leg, get the excess off, and just go over it in different spots just to give it a more natural look. Now I'm going to take the tan color, add it to my brush, get the excess off, and I'm just going to go over it again. This is just giving it a more natural look. Different tone variations, and I usually choose 3 when I'm doing wood, the wood look. So pretty much where I want it to be. And when you're done, when it's where you want it to be, you can go ahead and allow it to completely dry. And if you don't like the undertones, there's a little bit of white shining through, you can leave it. It looks fine. But if you'd like, you can allow it to completely dry, and then you can add some of your base coat, the liquid mixture, and then you can spray it on, brush it on. I would recommend, once it's completely dry, to just spray it down with like a garden hose, and then add your black base coat over it. Allow it to seep back in to like over the white, and then you can literally wipe it down. And what that'll do is it'll seep into these white areas and it'll collect, and then when you wipe it down, it just tones the piece down a bit if you think it's looking a little too bright. So that's pretty much it. Very simple. And now I can see on here, like, there's like 4 different tone variances. You get the black, and the different shades of the brown, a little bit of that white seeping through. Very easy. I always recommend that if you are doing several pieces at a time, that you line them up, because you're doing, to do the same step on each piece as you go along is just way more time effective. and I highly recommend doing it that way. So hopefully that helps, and that's it.